Hi everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm excited to be setting up my daily journal for December. But before I start, I wanted to share with you these beautiful washi tapes that were sent to me by the washi tape shop. I do have a discount code. If you use the code MyLittleJournal10, you get 10% off your next purchase. Let's go ahead and check out all these washis. This first one is called Flower Corridor, and it is gorgeous. I love that it's on transparency sticker, so you can trim it out, and once you stick it down into your journal, it blends right into the background, which is pretty cool. This next one is called Year of the Rabbit, and I'm not lying when I say this roll of washi is full of different designs, so you really get your money's worth. I really love that it's on that transparency sticker. It's just going to blend so well with the background of my spreads. This next one is a 4-roll set, and it's called Home Sweet Home. I love that it has little frames. I think there was a couch, a tree, coffee cups, all kinds of different things that you would find in your home. This one has beautiful buildings like bakeries and coffee shops and all that great stuff. So I'm really excited to use this one in my spreads today, and I think this might be my favorite washi tape set. Next set of washi tape is called Green Oasis. This has 3 washi tapes, and they are also sticker washis, which I enjoy more just because you can just pull out the one you really like and use it kind of like a sticker. So like I said, there's 3 of those in this set and they're beautiful. This next one is called Fall Capella, and it is beautiful. I love that one of them has loads of pumpkins, and then there's leaves, and we have some like fallish icons, kind of like a teacup and a candle, things like that. It is just beautiful. And actually, this set has 5 washis, and like I said earlier, they are kind of like washi stickers. My next washi tape set is called Petals in Parchment. It is beautiful. It has that vintagey look. And again, the washi tape shop always backs up their washi with paper, so the washi tape doesn't stick to itself and it lasts you longer. Now, this one is a beauty. I love this washi tape, again on transparency sticker paper. It has like these adorable pots that hold gorgeous flowers. And our last one here is called Moments Wide. Love the girls and the designs on this washi tape roll. I can't wait to trim out those girls and use them in my planner and my daily journal as well. So if you're looking to grab yourself any of these washi tapes, I recommend to check out their website today because they're having a huge sale. Ends on November 27th. And you get 20% off your next purchase. Anyways, let's go ahead and start setting up my December in my daily journal. I always start with my Passion Planner tabs, and I'm gonna add my last month and call that sheet of tabs done. And of course, I'm going to be stamping out December using my Studio Calico Tucker Alpha stamp. I will stamp it in the center. Now, while I was stamping my alpha stamps, I was thinking, what can I do using my washi tapes that I got from the washi tape shop? And the first thing that popped into my head was a Christmas tree. As you guys know, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I do love myself a pretty Christmas tree. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab my pencil and I'm going to draw a Christmas tree kind of to the left of my spread. I just thought like I don't want to add it in the center because that fold is going to be in the way, and my daily journal is getting pretty bulky at this point. So I'm just going to draw it where it goes through half of my December, and that way if I add washi or stamping or anything, that fold isn't in the way. So I'm just roughly drawing this out, and then I'm going to grab my washi tapes and start filling in my Christmas tree. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm just grabbing any washi sticker from my washi tape roll and trying to add them within the Christmas tree line. And I'll also be stamping. I'm going to use a lot of my winter stamps, my Christmas stamps, stamp them within my Christmas tree just so I can fill out the Christmas tree with all the goodies. So I really wanted the washi tape to stand out. I wanted my stamping to stand out, but I also didn't want my Christmas tree to have like lines. That's why I didn't mask my Christmas tree off and just masked off my December. Even after I mask off the December, I will remove the masking tape and add some more stickers in between the letters because it kind of looked weird when I removed the masking tape and like the D was empty and in between my E and C. So I do end up using some of my washi tape stickers in there, but I'm just playing with this. Wherever I feel like I need to stamp, I just go ahead and stamp. And whenever I feel like I need a washi tape, not a stamp, I'll grab a washi tape sticker and add that instead. So I just keep going back and forth, and you'll see me switch out my stamps as well. And I do go back and forth between my washi tape stickers. As always, I will link everything in the description box, and I always link everything within the layout. So when you look in the description box, you'll see each layout and what I use to create that layout to make it easier for you to find the product you're looking for. To make sure that the process goes faster, you can see me using large stamps. I thought to myself, if I keep using these smaller stamps and these smaller washi tape stickers, this is going to take forever. So I do start using larger stamps and some word stamps as well to fill out my Christmas tree. I also do go back and use some larger washi tape stickers as well. But again, because I know I want to color in my stamping, I do want to make sure that I use washi tape that will match the colors that I want to use for my stamps, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to stick to just a few of those washi tape stickers that I got from the washi tape shop, and I'm trying really hard to stay within the lines of my Christmas tree, also fill in the Christmas tree to the brim because I didn't want any white space within my Christmas tree. I went ahead and stamped a beanie to add as my little star for my Christmas tree. And I thought that was cute. It just makes it more wintry and it goes with the theme of December because I am going to try to kind of make this winter themed spreads. But I can't promise anything because you guys know me, I have a hard time sticking to a theme. So I'm thinking my Christmas tree is pretty full. There's just a few little gaps in between the washi and the stamping. So I just grabbed this very small snowflake stamp. I had a few of them. So I stamped them in different colors to fill out the little gaps. And I will remove that masking tape as well. Just wanted to see how the December looked with the Christmas tree. And I didn't like that there was gaps in between the word and the Christmas tree. It just looked, I don't know, it stood out like a sore thumb. So I will come back, like I said earlier, I'll come back and add some washi tape in between the letters just to fill out those gaps. But for now, I want to create the trunk for my Christmas tree. So I'm going to use some word stamps to create the little trunk. And I will mask it off as well. I just wanted it to be kind of like a square. So just using masking tape really helped. And I love how this turned out. It just all comes together really, really nicely by using my stamps and those beautiful washi tapes. Now that I'm done stamping out my trunk, I can just grab my pen and add an outline to my little square here. Then I'm going to grab my Tombow markers and my Crayola Super Tips and color in some of my stamping. I don't want to color in every single image, but I do want to color in some of them so they can kind of stand out and kind of blend in with my washi tape. Coloring in my trunk made a huge difference. It just made it a part of the Christmas tree even more. And now I'll grab my washi tape and fill out those spots in between my letters. Now, obviously, when I add the washi tape, I'm going to have to cut off that part where it goes over the outline of my alpha. I just use my X-Acto knife for that. You don't press too hard. You're just cutting the washi itself. It's really easy to do and it will not cut through your paper. So once I add all my washi in between my alphas, I'm just going to go over it with an X-Acto knife so it looks perfect and it looks like the Christmas tree is behind my December. After adding a drop shadow to my letters, I'm going to grab a few stamp stars and stamp them around my Christmas tree. I will also add a border to my title page, a little bit of washi, and call my title page done. I love how it turned out. So colorful and bright, and that's what I was looking for. I was able to use my stamps and my new washi tapes. Okay, let's start working on week 48, which is the first week of December. So the first week of December starts on a Thursday. So I have 2 pages for 4 days, which is a lot of space for me. So what I decided to do was to start by stamping my calendar. I'll also just write in week 48. And then I thought it would be fun if I used some of my colorful labels to hold my days of the week. And because I have a lot of labels and I need to be using them, I just thought that it would be a fun way to add color to my spread. So I'm going to use 4 labels here. I'm going to grab an old Feed Your Craft stamp set to stamp out Thursday through Sunday. And as you can see here, by the way, I'm just trimming down one of the labels. It was way too big and didn't fit. But anyways, I grabbed that stamp set. I believe it's from Feed Your Craft. I could be mistaken. It could be Carrie Bradford. But as always, I'll be linking everything in the description box for you. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp Thursday through Sunday. And I'll also use the numbers from that stamp set to stamp 1 through 4. While I was drawing out these boxes earlier on with some pencil, I made sure to leave some space for my calendar, and I also left space on the right side of my spread because I knew I was going to use my washi tape shop washis. And for this spread, I'm going to use the Moments Wide washi. It has beautiful large images and it was very kind of fallish and very homey. So I trimmed out one of them. It had the couch with the frame and the plants. It was just so beautiful. So what I thought I would do was add that underneath my calendar. And it just looks so cute. I'm so happy that I used this washi for the spread. And for the opposite side, I trim out one of the girls holding a book and some flowers as well. And I'm going to add her to the corner of the box because I thought I could always stamp a little quote or something next to her. So I made sure to add her to the right of that box. And then I add the flower kind of as a layer in the background. This is why I love these washis with the transparency background because it blends in with your background and it kind of almost looks like something you drew yourself. There is a shine. It's not matte. It's glossy. It could be annoying to some people, but it doesn't bother me. You can see the shine because of my lighting, but honestly, when I go through my journal, you can't see that shine. Now that I went ahead and stuck down everything, I just grabbed this stamp and stamped "Winter is Coming." I did lose a little bit of footage, but I literally just stamped "Winter is Coming" next to my little washi tape girl there. And now I'm going over my boxes with a pen, and I'll add some drop shadowing as well. And I'm going to also add my gray lines within the boxes. I really kept my spreads this month simple and easy. I tried to focus on using my washi tape. Now that I have these beautiful washi tapes, why not use them? But I really tried to just get it done. I want to start a new year. I'm kind of excited for the new year. So by the end of the year, I always get in this kind of slump with my daily journal, which is normal and natural. But I was ready to be done with the month of December. So you're going to notice that my spreads this month are very simple and very basic, and I still love how they turned out. Done with week 48, so let's move on to week 49. So for week 49, I decided to do a vertical spread and use the Home Sweet Home washi to add some of these adorable buildings to the days of the week. I knew just using my washi tape would save me a lot of time. I don't have to stamp anything out, I don't have to draw anything out, and they bring in a lot of color and they're just really cute. So I add a building on my weekdays, but for the weekend, because Saturday and Sunday are falling on the same column, I'm going to leave that empty and not add a building because then I wouldn't have enough space to journal. So basically, I grab a week stamp and just add the days of the week to my spreads right underneath my buildings. And then I'm gonna grab a number stamp and add 5 through 11. And I believe I go back to my washi tape and grab just little icons to add above Saturday and Sunday. I didn't want to keep Saturday and Sunday kind of blank like that. And because I can't add a building, I thought I would go back to that washi tape and find something to add right above those 2 days. And I found some really cute little, I think, leaves and a little sign, and just filled out that space. And it also added a hint of color to those days as well. Now, I have this stamp set from Studio Calico, and it has like things like Just Another Week, The Good Life, and I thought it would be fun to stamp those underneath my days of the week. I just thought I could go over them with a marker and add some more color to my days of the week. So I stamp one underneath each day of the week. I will also be stamping my calendar. This time around, I'm stamping my calendar on a sticky note. Like when I finished stamping my calendar and my week number, I felt like that sticky note blended in with the background too much. So I'm gonna actually back it up with another sticky note, but black, and just kind of layer it a little bit. That way it kind of looks like a little sticker, and I'm gonna add it to the bottom corner. And I'm happy that I just backed it up with that black sticky note because it really helped it stand out. I'm almost done with week 49. I'm just going to go over those words with my yellow marker, and then I'm going to add my gray lines to the days of the week. I do this all the time. It's just easier for journaling, and it just adds a hint of color to your spread. Once I add my gray lines, I'm going to add my border around my week, and then I'm going to call week 49 done, and we can move on to week 50. Okay, let's move on to week 50. So for week 50, I'm kind of scrap lifting myself. I did a similar spread in my October, I think, where I used the center of my page to create my own washi. But this time around, instead of being Halloweenish for October, I'm going to make it more wintry. So as you can see, I went ahead and stamped Monday through Sunday. I'm going to stamp the dates as well. I have that last box in the bottom right corner where I can stamp my calendar. But instead of just stamping my calendar, I decided to go through my 3x4 cards and find something to add there. It's a good way to use your project life cards and also to change it up a little bit. I love this butterfly, even though I'm not a fan of butterflies, but the color of that card and the color of the butterfly, it had some space right underneath the butterfly. So I thought this was the perfect 3x4 card to use to stamp out my calendar and my week number. So I'm going to go ahead, stamp out my calendar directly on my card, and then I'm going to stamp the week number right above the butterfly, stick this down, add an outline to my card so it can kind of fit into the spread. And then I'm going to start working on that center washi tape. So for my washi tape, I'm going to use stamps and washi, which is kind of funny that I'm using washi for my washi tape. But I thought I would go with the Home Sweet Home washi just because I love the colors. They matched really well with my butterfly card. So I'm going to start by stamping some wintry themed stamps. And I'm also going to stick to that Home Sweet Home washi. Now I will grab some masking tape and mask off this section of my spread just because I didn't want to stamp over the lines or anything like that. I also wanted to make sure that when I come in with my X-Acto knife and trim off some of the washi tape, that I'm not, trimming them off like in the wrong spots, basically. So anyway, masking tape really helps with that. But basically, I am going to mix and match between stamping and my washi to create my own washi in the center of my spread. I have to mention that this frame washi is so adorable. I can't get over it. It just looks like a wall of frames and it's so cute. So I had to use it for my washi creation here. I also made sure to use words in black ink because the washi is so colorful. I didn't want it to be too colorful, if that makes sense. So just using black ink really helps mute everything down and break down all the colors within my washi divider. And as you can see, I just go back and forth, try to fill out all the empty spots and the gaps. And now I grab my X-Acto knife and trim off any washi. And if the washi is good enough, I'll just add it to a different spot and fill out another gap. I'm almost done. I'm just filling out the tiny gaps that I can't really stamp or fit anything in there. With a small tree, I will add an outline to my divider and my washi tape. I also will grab my Tombow markers and start coloring things in. I'm going to start with my days of the week. I'm just going to add a hint of color to the days of the week. I will also color in some of the stamping within my divider, and then I'm going to add my gray lines to the days of the week and call my spread done. So I'm going to go ahead, finish up week 50, adding my gray lines, and then we can move on to week 51, where I'm going to use this beautiful stamp set from Altenew. I love the stamp set and I don't use it enough, so I thought I would use it to add some leaves, kind of sitting in the background of my days of the week. Again, we're keeping our spread simple. I thought it would be fun if I did like an ombre effect. So I used two different shades of blue, and I'm just inking one side with the darker blue and then the other side with the lighter shade. And it looks beautiful. I love how this turned out. I'm also going to grab a larger leaf from that same stamp set to stamp in the bottom corner, where I'm going to stamp my calendar and my week number, just to kind of bring everything together. So I'm going to use this larger one. And when you see me like rubbing my stamps against my palm, it's basically just prepping my stamp, just because some of these stamps I haven't used before. So they can stamp nicely, I make sure to rub it against my palm. Now that that's done, I'm going to grab this stamp set from Carrie Bradford to stamp the days of the week in black. I wanted this to kind of stand out. I kind of had this vision in my head where I would have the days of the week and a frame. So that stamp set also had a frame. So I used that as well. And I'm going to fill the frame with the day of the week and the date as well. For the dates, I'm going to use an old Feed Your Craft stamp set to stamp the numbers. Now this stamp set, I believe it's called floating numbers. They're kind of half sets, so you don't have the full number, you just have the top portion of that number. It looks pretty cool. So I'm going to use that to fill the little boxes with my numbers, and it just looks like they're cut off at the bottom, and I really like how that turned out. I'm going to go ahead and grab my calendar stamp. I'll stamp my calendar directly over my leaf stamp, and I'm going to stamp week 51 as well. When I did this, I just felt like it was missing something. I don't know what it was. I felt like my calendar was floating. So I decided to grab a word sticker in black and just add it right underneath my calendar. And I'm also going to grab this beautiful grid washi in white and black and add that as well. I just thought I would create a little something underneath my calendar just to ground it. I finished that. I'm going to add my lines to my boxes. Like I said, I wanted these spreads to be simple. So you're going to see that once I add my boxes and I add my gray lines, I'm just going to grab my mustard yellow marker and add little dots around my leaves. I felt like they kind of got lost with the days of the week. So I thought if I added hints of it in between my leaves, it would stand out, and it really did make a difference. I end up adding it to the days of the week. I'll also add little dots to my calendar as well to finish it up, and it looked beautiful. It was simple, it was easy, it came together so quickly, and I think this might be one of my favorite spreads from December, just because of the simplicity and because I got to use one of my favorite stamps as well. Let's move on to week 52, which is the last week of December and the last week of the year, which is crazy. This week it ends on a Saturday, or the year ends on a Saturday. So what I decided to do, because I have plenty of space, is to go large with my day stamp. I'm using a Studio Calico day stamp, and I'm just going to stamp Monday through Saturday. Then I'm just going to fill in the dates myself. I just didn't want to stamp and look for small numbers, so I end up just writing them out myself. And I'm going to be using the Year of the Rabbit washi tape. It just fit perfectly. It was the perfect time to use it. So I'm going to grab that washi tape and start trimming out my favorite designs. Like I said, that washi tape is full of designs. I just love that washi so, so much. And one of the designs in that washi tape was I think it said 2023, and instead of the zero there was a little rabbit and it said Happy New Year or Happy Year of the Rabbit or something like that. Can't even remember. So I trimmed that out. I also trimmed out the dragon, the little girl with the dragon, a rabbit. I trim out a bunch of stuff and I'm trying to add them into those little boxes where I don't have anything. And I thought to myself, maybe I should back up that washi tape with some craft paper. Now, this is something I wish I didn't do. I think it would have looked fine without the craft paper in the background, but it's okay. It works out. I went ahead and stuck it down anyways. I'm going to use my calendar stamp to stamp underneath that box as well to fill out that space and kind of represent the week. I'll also stamp week 52. When I stamped week 52, I noticed I had some space in between the week and the calendar. So I'm actually going to go back to that washi tape and trim out a little rabbit and add that rabbit underneath week 52. It just worked perfectly and it fit perfectly as well. You'll notice when I'm trying to remove the washi from the backing, I use my tweezers to help me grab that washi. I'm not gonna lie, it is a hassle. It takes some time to remove the backing from the washi, but I think it's very worth it. It's just so pretty. I'm okay with trying to kind of remove the backing from my washi, but the tweezers really do help. I want to stamp Cheers to a New Year. This is an old stamp set, a New Year stamp set. I also do stamp Looking Forward next to my washi tape in the corner. I wanted to stamp the Cheers to a New Year, and I thought I would stamp it on some craft paper as well, just to match the opposite corner. So I grab my Stationery Pal washi here, my craft paper, and stamp that out. And then thought, you know what? I need another little girl next to Cheers to a New Year. So I'm going to trim out one of the little girls from the same washi tape and I'm going to add her next to my little banner here. It just looks cute and it kind of looks like she's holding Cheers to a New Year. Anyways, I'm almost done. I just want to color in the days of the week. So I'm going to use my favorite Tombow marker. Of course, it's my mustard Tombow marker. I'm going to color in the days of the week. I'm going to add some shadowing to some of my boxes. I'll also add shadowing to that craft paper in the corner. And then I call week 52 done, which I can't believe that the year is over. I might be changing up my daily journal next year. I haven't decided yet, but I will be sharing a project lineup very soon, sharing all the projects I'm going to be doing in 2023 and the journals I'll be using. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. But anyways, as always, I will be linking everything I use down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.